Yeah, what's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to Crown TV Courts, brought to you by Crown TV. Of course, I go by the name of the Crown Prince. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and I want to give a special shout out to everybody who is subscribed to the Patreon. Keep supporting the channel. Y'all are keeping the channel going right now. Also, to everybody who has been patient with us, we are having to make some changes to the way we do content. So if you are looking for the 3NG rabbit case, I think you will appreciate the way we bring it back. So just stay tuned, be patient. Now, I want to get into some updates, and I want to start with YGG Tay because this is one that people ask about a lot, and we haven't seen a lot of movement during the pandemic. So for those who don't know, YGG Tay is charged with 4 counts in this indictment. Count number 1 is conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute controlled dangerous substances. Count number 2 is possession with intent to distribute heroin. Count number 3 is possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. Count number 4 is possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. Now, if you want to get into the details of this case, we've done a previous video where we break this down extensively. Today, I just want to talk about the update. So if you've been following the channel and following the feed, you know that previously the government stated that they were in negotiations with both YGG Tay and his co-defendant, Christopher Jerry. That has all changed suddenly. This week, YGG Tay and his co-defendant both put out motions to suppress evidence, and they plan on moving to trial. No word yet on a trial date. As soon as we get some information on that, we will let y'all know. Now, in the case of Brim, and this is that big one out of the Southern District, the government is now saying that they are in plea negotiations with many, and that is a quote, many of the co-defendants in this case. And this is coming after a bunch of sealed documents. We don't know yet what is in those documents. Now, I have seen a lot of allegations when it comes to Brim about this case, and I can tell you from looking at the case that there is no proof or anything to suggest that Brim is telling at this moment. What that means for the future remains to be seen. I'm just telling y'all what I see at the moment. Lastly, I want to talk about the case of Ralo, and this is a big one. If you've been keeping up with the channel and keeping up with the news feed, which is just as important, you know that last week we reported that Ralo was in plea negotiations with the government. In that, Ralo did something very important in that he withdrew a motion that was pivotal in this case. That motion had to do with the expectation of privacy on private planes, and it was a big decision in this case. Ralo has been waiting almost 2 years for that decision. Now, with that being said, on the heels of this judge in this case has released a letter denying every single motion that was put forth by the other defendants in this case. So whether it was a motion to suppress evidence, whether it was a motion to suppress search and seizures, motions to dismiss charges in the indictment, motions to sever the case, motions for a speedy trial, all of these motions have now been denied by this judge in one shot. With all that said, I don't see a path for any of these co-defendants at this point to take this case to trial. You have the person at the top of the indictment who is being called the ringleader and the organizer of this organization, now admitting to his guilt and his part in this organization. I don't think it's very smart at this point to go to trial. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Crown Prince. I'm out, y'all.